Alright everybody, welcome back. February 6, 2023, and as we said last night, this would be taking over the news today. As I'm sure many of you know, there was a major, massive mega earthquake in Turkey that spanned multiple countries, completely leveling thousands of buildings, taking thousands of lives. And you're looking at a chart right now where this earthquake quite literally made the earth ring like a bell. These shockwaves circled the earth, and once they met each other, they made their way all the way back to Turkey, but not without causing earthquakes in other areas. In fact, there was a 4.0 earthquake in Buffalo, New York that was a direct result of the Turkey earthquake. Now think about that for a second. A United States earthquake taking place because of how strong this earthquake was in the country of Turkey. And I hate to say it, but in my opinion, the fact that there was a 7.5 aftershock truly tells me that this was a lot bigger than I think we're being told. And that's not just coming from my mouth. There are many people out there, including professionals, that believe that this earthquake could have actually been closer to a mid-8, some even say close to a 9. A lot of this stuff I can't show you full videos of, but you can see with your own eyes that this was not something you see every day. This might be one of the most devastating and life-affecting earthquakes we've ever had. Jumping back over to the USGS, I'm sure you guys have seen this chart a million times now, but again, this super rare situation is just something you don't always see. We started with the 7.8 yesterday, and then I remember it was followed by a few 6s. You can see the 6.7, the 6.0, dozens of mid-grade 5 magnitude earthquakes, and then there was the 7.5. So these two 7s were not back to back. So this 7.5 right here is technically considered an aftershock. Now that alone is a super major earthquake. So to see a 7.5 coming from the original 7.8, I'm sorry, but that just tells me that this was a lot bigger. They have adjusted the depth. They're saying it was 17.9 kilometers, so that kind of takes into account why we're seeing all this damage. And we are talking thousands of buildings, which is why, unfortunately, that number of people lost is going to dramatically rise. Even at this very moment, we are getting reports of mid-grade 5s taking place within this area, but now spreading out into other areas. We can look about 700 miles away, and just about 5 hours ago, a 5.5 took place in western Turkey, and also hundreds of miles away, closer to when this actually took place, a 5.2 considered in Turkey just off the coast here. And of course, as I mentioned before, down in Syria, they're reporting hundreds of lives lost. And again, that is a few hundred miles away from the epicenter of where this all began. Now, in the coming days, weeks, months, and gosh, even years to come, we're going to be talking about this earthquake. But one article that specifically stuck out to me this morning was attached to a video that I can't really show you, but a news reporter was doing a live report after the major earthquake with damage all around him, and then all of a sudden another earthquake takes place live on TV. You hear a building collapsing in the background, and they all run towards the building, and this little girl, and it looks like her brother maybe, come walking out of this rubble, and the news anchor picks up the little girl and they walk away, as you can see in the image here. I'll link this one at least in the description box. But again, as I said, the stories that are going to come out of this situation are going to be extremely sad, as they already are. And as I stated in my video from last night where we didn't have much information, we knew that this was not going to be good. Not to mention the hardest hit area of Turkey is also going through some significant weather right now, making this even harder for rescue efforts to even take place. So this is just turning into one terrible situation after another, and all you can really think about is what these poor people are going through. Some of the videos I watched before even making this, I actually had to turn off because it's just so incredibly sad seeing everything you've ever known around you just completely destroyed. And I think that is where I'm going to leave it for now. Of course, there's plenty more to talk about with this earthquake, but we're going to let some more articles come in, some more details take place. And you will certainly not have a lack of information when it comes to this earthquake. One of the more devastating we've ever seen, and they are just now starting to try to pick up the pieces. Countries from all over the world are already offering and sending aid, so this is actually a global event taking place right before your eyes. And with that said, my friends, that's all I got for you for now. I appreciate each and every one of you. Of course, a special shout out to Turkey and the surrounding areas and countries today. Shout out to Canada as well, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.